Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 4 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 4 math and then click on view all button, view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter decimals. And the lessons we're going to today are what decimal number is illustrated, understanding decimals expressed in words, place values in decimal numbers and equivalent decimals. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. So, so here I'm on grade 3 math. We are going to start with the lesson that is what decimal number is illustrated. Let's just start with the first example that is what decimal number is illustrated. So you need to understand the model first, right? If you just look at this model, you can see there are 100 small squares, right? And the one that are colored you can count. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 complete rows are colored, and then you have 9. So that means 59 of these small squares are colored. So you can write it as 59 out of 100 are squared, or either you can write it as 0.59, right? That means 59 hundredth are colored. Got it? So the correct option is 0.59. Just look at the other example. You have, let me just count. The complete square represents the 100 small squares, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 lines and 4 small squares. So that means they make 70. You have 74 colored squares, right? So you can write it as 74 hundredths as a decimal. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. Grade 2 language. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact tutor now from this button, right? You just have to click the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you. Okay, so let's just start with the test questions. What decimal number is illustrated? So let's just understand the Model first. The model has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lines, and 3 of them are colored. So how do you write them down? That is 3/10, right? That is 3/10. So option number 1 is the correct option. You can write it as 0.33 or zero point 0.3. So option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, what decimal number is illustrated? So which is the correct option? Can you guys please stop chatting and answer the question I'm asking? Yes, you have. The square represent the 100 small squares and 59 of them are colored. So that means that the uh, decimal that is illustrated is 59 hundredth or 0.59. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? The correct option is option number 2, 0.59 is the correct option. What decimal number is illustrated? Which is the correct option? So which is the correct option? That is 0.74. Option number 2 is the correct option. Very good. What decimal number is illustrated? Which is the correct option? The correct option is 0.52 is the correct option. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 0.52. What decimal number is illustrated? Which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? Option number 1 is the correct option, right? The figure illustrates 0.9. 9 out of 10 are colored, so that represents 9 tenth or 0.9. Option number 1 is the correct option. What decimal number is illustrated? Which is the correct option? The correct option is yes, that is 0.45. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? You're not only one. Don't worry, I'm also here. What decimal is illustrated? Which is the correct option? The correct option is that is 0.17. Option number 1 is the correct option. Option number option. Okay, what decimal number is illustrated? Which is the correct option? That is 0.65. Yes, option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson, right? The next lesson is understanding decimals expressed in words. Let's just start with the lesson. Okay, so you are given the numbers in the words form, right? You have to understand them and write them down in the decimal form, right? So let's just start with the first example 5 and 5 fifth and 5 tenth, right? So whenever you have t tenth like ta hundredth and thousandth like this, they have th, that means they are the numbers at the decimal point, right? Tenth basically tell you the place value of the figure, right? Tenth is the digit that is right after here is the decimal point, right? Decimal point, the first place value is the tenth. Then you have the hundredth. Then you have the thousandth, right? So know that the before decimal you have ones, then you have tens, then you have hundreds like this. But after the decimal point, the first one is at the tenth position, then you have thousandth position, then you have hundredth position, right? Keep this th, that is the place values after the decimal point. Got it? On the left of the decimal point. So the first one is 5 and 5 10. 5 is the digit that is at the ones position, and this 5 is that is at the 10th place. So that is 5.5. Got it? Look at the other example 1 and 46 hundredth. So that means 46 is at the hundredth position. So hundredth position is the decimal place value that is on the left hand side of the decimal value. That is 1.46. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Okay, write 2 and 77 hundredth as a decimal number. So which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 2 is the correct option. That is 2.77, right? You have 2 and 77 hundredth. So this 2 is the digit that is at the ones position and 77 hundredth. So that is 2.77. Option number is the correct option. Very good. That is the second option. Right? 2 and 67 hundredth as our decimal number. So which is the correct option? So which is the correct option? That is 2 and 67th hundredth. So option number 2 is the correct option. That is 2.67 is the correct option. Very good. That's option number 2. Write 5 and 5 tenth as our decimal number. So which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 2 is the correct option. That is 5.5. Write 1 and 46 hundredth as a decimal number. So which is the correct option? The correct option is 1.46. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? That is 1.46. Write 6 and 52 hundredth as a decimal number. So which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 2 is the correct option. 6 and 52 hundredth. So option number 2 is the correct option. The next one is write 8 and 6 tenth as decimal number. So which is the correct option? The correct option is 8 and 6 tenth. Yes, that is option number 2, 8.6 it is. So write 1 and 31 hundredth as a decimal number. So which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 2 is the correct option, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is place values in decimal numbers. That is very important lesson. Although I have explained earlier the place values and decimal numbers, but let me just explain again, right? Listen to me carefully. That is very important thing. So for example, you are given a decimal number that is 4152.311. So let me just explain. So here is the decimal point, right? This is the number we know earlier, right? 2 is at the ones position, 5 is at the tenth position, 1 is at the hundreds position, sorry, hundreds it is, this is H, hundreds position, and 4 is at the thousand position. This is the number we know earlier, right? Okay, now you have a decimal point, you have 311. So on the left hand of the decimal point, this is the digit that is at the 10th position, 3 is at the 10th position. This is at the 10th position. Then you have the 100th position, that is 1. Then you have the thousandths position. So one important thing here is you have th with them, tenths, hundredths, and thousandths with them, right? So these are the place values, right? After the next one after thousand is hundred thousandths, and then so on, right? So that is very important thing you need to learn. So on the left side of decimal point you have tenth, hundred, thousand. On the right hand side of the decimal point is the same digit we learned earlier, that is 1, 10, hundred, and thousand. Got it? If you have any questions related to the place values, you can please ask. Okay, so let's just start with the test questions. Let's see how do we. Okay, I'm going to start with the test questions, right? You can have a look on the tutorial by yourself, that is already solved. Okay, in 4.2, which digit is the ones place? So which is the correct option? Which option is the correct one? The correct option is 4 is at the ones position, right? The correct option is 4. 2 is at the 10th place and 4 is at the ones. So the correct option is 4. In 0.4, In which place is the 0? Which is the correct option? So the correct option is 0 is at the yes. Ones place, it is very good. The correct option is ones. In 41.5, which digit is in the tens place? So which is the correct option? The correct option is tens place is 4 is the correct option, right? 1 is at the tens position and 4 is, sorry, 1 is at the ones position and 4 is at the tens position. So the correct option is 4. Option number 2 is the correct option. In 8.2, in which place is the 2? Which is the correct option? Two is at the 10th place. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? 2 is at the 10th place. Option number 1 is the correct option. In 2578.39, which digit is at the hundredths place? So, which is the correct option? The correct option is hundredth place is 9. Option number 2 is the correct option. In 1235.80, which digit is at the hundreds place? So, which is the correct option? The correct option is hundreds place is 5. 5 is at the ones place. 2 is at the hundreds place. 5 is at the ones, 3 is at the tens, and then 2 is at the hundreds place. The correct option is 2. In 0.81, which place is the 1? In which place is the 1? 1 is at the correct option is hundredths place it is, right? The correct option is hundredths. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is equivalent decimals. Let's just start with the lesson. Okay, R 0.6540 and 0.654 equivalent decimals. Yes, they are equivalent, right? So after the decimal point, what you can add, write one extra zero to the right. You have 0.654 and 0.6540. So at the end, whatever zero you can add, they are the same, right? So 0.6540 and 0.654 are same, right? Let's just start with the test questions. 0.440 and 0.4400 equivalent decimals, yes or no, which is the correct option? The correct option is yes, they are equivalent, right? The correct option is yes. Are 0.3400 or 0.340 equivalent decimals, which is the correct option? The correct option is yes, they are equivalent. The correct option is yes. Which decimal is equivalent to 0.070, which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 2 is the correct option. 0.0700 is the correct option. Are 0.66 and 0.67 equivalent decimals? The correct option is no, they are not equivalent, right? The correct option is no. Which decimal is equivalent to 0.100, which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 2, that is equivalent to 0.1. Option number 2 is the correct option. Which decimal is equivalent to 0.0000, which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 1 is the correct option, right? Option number 1 is the correct option. Which decimal is equivalent to 0.1500, which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 2 is the correct option, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 4 math. The chapter we were working on is decimals. The lessons we have covered today are what decimal number is illustrated, understanding decimals expressed in numbers, place values in decimal numbers, and equivalent decimals. So please make sure before the next session You can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can simply contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available. Sorry, you can simply contact any tutor through the live chat button. They are available there to help you from Monday to Friday and from 5 to 9, right? Or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5. So if you have any questions, you can please ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.